standpoint is actually, or a distributor, reseller standpoint is very good. You know, the long-standing car dealerships here in town don't sell, you know, rockets to 18-year-olds, or if they do, they have the conversation with the parent who's buying it for the 18-year-old, like, look, this is a bit much of a car or a bit much of a motorcycle for your kid, right? Maybe we should start with a Honda 250 or something like that as opposed to the Hayabusa. But I think it's a very healthy approach, especially if you plan to be around, you know, in the next 5 years, thinking about this and wanting to address it. There's no good answer. The reality is there's no good answer.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. There's really, they haven't figured out how to do this yet.
Right, and that's where regulators and regulation does come into play, right? So I mean, the fact that an 18-year-old could go to a car dealership and buy a Hellcat and then go wrap around a tree, somewhere you do have to go, hey, you really can't sell that car to that kid, I'm sorry. You just can't.
Well, that's what
and that's where the regulation, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're doing that with drones right now. A kid can walk in, buy a drone with whirring blades and take it out of the box and, you know,
exactly.
Cat with it.
And if we don't take the initiative to fix that and help, you know, safeguard against that, then that's where regulation will step in, and that's probably why you're getting dinged. Again, need more information about the situation, but you know, from you as a manufacturer, I would say, you know, either implementing some things that are necessary by default, you know, hardening guides, you know, use guides, you know, put it out there so that you do, you know, CYA. But otherwise, you will get that scenario where regulators step in.
Well, I thank you very much. Great questions. One quick.
It's gotta be yes or no question.
Never quick with Jay.
So it's a 1 to 10 question because you just said the magic word. How much of contemporary cybersecurity is actually CYA on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oof. Do I have to go first so that they can all pick one number higher without going over?
You said the magic words.
I think that, now are you talking about policies, procedures, or technology itself?
Well, so I mean, how much of your motivation is based upon not, you know, if we do all these things, then we'll never get hacked, versus if we do all these, check these boxes, then when we are hacked, then we'll be able to say we did a reasonable.
All right, so I'm normally a pessimist, but on this scenario, I am kind of optimistic. I really think that the CYA stuff is 30 to 50%. Yeah. I really think that when you start going past that, or a lot of people's initiatives are real security initiatives, whereas, you know, if compliance has the budget and we're checkboxing HIPAA, that's CYA. That's your 30 to 50%. I think people are starting to do the right thing, but I'll let you guys kind of interject.
My personal opinion is I think it depends on what realm you're in. I know most of you all are in a HIPAA environment. I deal with every single different environment. If you have an entity that somebody wants to get at or into, Robert Mueller said every single company is either hacked or about to be hacked. If DNC believed it, they would never be hacked. Freaking Trump thought he would never be hacked. I'm sorry, give me a dollar. At the end of the day, it's what level are you at, okay? Somebody wants your information. If they want it bad enough, they're going to go at it. Percentage-wise, I don't have the faintest idea. Yeah. But I know one thing, if I want to get in somewhere, I'm going to find a way in. Yeah. Unless you've got some type of protection out there that's going to stop me, like signing up for a CISSP. But I'm getting in.
At the end of the day, it's, like you said, per organization, you got to find that balance. You know, every organization will have a different balance, but you got to find that balance for productivity and security. It's hard.
Yeah.
And healthcare could be a little bit higher.
I hope you don't misconstrue the question, because I really respect everything that all of you are doing, and you know, I got your passion for this. But it just seems like it's an impossible task because of exactly what you said. And so the reality is that a lot of the things that are happening, a lot of the boxes that are being checked are for basically to say, this is what we did.
Yeah. So you have a good story at the end of the day to your board.
Yeah, I was going to say, in my organization, as little as possible is check the box. I do not spend money to check a box. I spend money to make sure that we are getting business done and we are able to protect what we are supposed to protect. if I have to check a box, then we check a box. But it is, the goal is protecting the company, protecting our employees, protecting our customers, and I do as much as I can to sell it that way, and then use the, and by the way, guess what, that makes us HIPAA compliant, and then that makes everybody happy. But yeah, I try to make the check the box aspect and the CYA aspect sort of an afterthought.
And checking the box is not a granular thing. It's not saying you have this registry entry, you have this permission set on this file, you have this. So it's not truly a checking the box. It is there is a lot of vague and ambiguous statements underlying what that box means to check it. And I've seen companies, it's the whole lawyer answer. It depends.
Yeah.
Like, are you compliant? It depends. Who's asking, right? Who's reviewing it? And so it's like, I may go to you and say, well, based on this, do you think they're HIPAA compliant? And she may say no, but then I might come back with a counter argument saying, well, yeah, actually that box is actually checked, and here's why I say that, right? So, and again, it goes back to that story, and I think all of this compliance, all this box checking things is really to, it's to get the conversation going, it's to compel people, it's forcing people to have the conversation. Because before they were putting the regulation in, it was like, oh, cybersecurity, hackers, I saw some movie about that. Angelina Jolie was in it. She had like a lip ring thing. And
So Jay, I think Chris's answer was 5.
Yeah,
I
no, I
think it's 5.
think it is. I think it's middle. It's middle of the ground. It's 5. It really is. Because it really just depends.
Can I give you a quick example? Sure. In 2007, the CIO of Sony Pictures said, oh, spend $10 million on security? Hell no, I won't even spend $1 million on security. In 2014, he was sucking that up, okay? It all depends on what level you have and what you have out there. If somebody wants it bad enough or they want to stop you bad enough, they're going to go after you. Okay? If you don't have something in place.
I know I'm not on the panel, but I deal with security practitioners a lot. I've been in security for years as well. But I think, like to Marty's point, if you're a real, true security practitioner, you're going to be very passionate about securing your organization. But I also will say you're also a product of your environment. So depending on the corporate culture and the risk tolerance, that's very influential on how well you do your job.
At the end of the day, cybersecurity is not just an art; it's also emotional.
Yeah. All right, I have to cut it. The bacon going outside, but out of respect for CoHoots and everybody, thank you so much, panel. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks.